The history of Surge. If we could capture the spirit of the mid-1990s in a can, it would likely be Surge, a drink that defined that time. Some recall its strong citrusy flavor, while others remember its crazy ads. But unfortunately, it's mostly remembered as a drink that disappeared too quickly. Today, let's explore what happened to Surge. Back in the 1970s, Coca-Cola wanted to compete with Mountain Dew, so they introduced a drink called Mello Yello in 1979. But it didn't work out. Even appearances in movies like Days of Thunder couldn't make it as popular as Mountain Dew. Mello Yello just didn't have the same hyper, middle school energy. So, to take on Mountain Dew in the 1990s, Coke had to come up with something totally new and exciting. In 1996, they created a new drink and called it the Mountain Dew Killer, or MDK for short. But really, let's be more creative than that. As Nathan Fielder's Dumb Starbucks showed, you need originality to stand out. So in comes Urge. Coca-Cola launched it first in Norway, and it became a hit there. People in Sweden and Denmark loved it too. In 1997, Urge set its sights on America, ready to compete with Mountain Dew. In the US, Mountain Dew started small in Tennessee but grew big. They even had a funny mascot and a catchy slogan. But in 1992, they changed things up to be cooler and aim at young people. They used the slogan, "Do the Dew," and put BMX bikers and skateboarders in their ads. Mountain Dew became linked to the X Games, and soon, every cool kid was drinking it while rollerblading around town, ignoring the library. By 1997, Mountain Dew owned most of the market for heavy citrus sodas. To compete, Urge needed to be even bigger and more extreme, so Coke renamed it Surge and spent a lot of money on ads for Super Bowl 31. But there's a problem. Surge was already a product in America, owned by the Babson brothers. They made a machine called the Surge Milker for cows. They didn't want Surge to become a soda name, so they went to court. They settled with Coke, got some money, and the Super Bowl ads went ahead. Surge was ready to take over the soda scene, targeting students everywhere. While Mountain Dew stuck to traditional extreme sports in their ads, Coke knew they had to do more to beat them. So instead of using regular things like snowboards and parachutes, Coke created their own wild games to show how extreme Surge was. In one ad, guys raced down a hill in barrels to get Surge. In another, hockey players destroyed snowmen to get to the soda. They even had a bizarre ad with a crazy foot race over furniture in the street. We didn't get it either. Surge's marketing aimed to capture the chaos that teenagers love. They made up new words like carbos to sound exciting, and their slogans were bold. Coke had everything to get young people to choose Surge over old Mountain Dew, but Coke might have gone a bit too far. Coke's marketing for Surge showed wild teens causing trouble, aiming to make Surge seem more extreme than Mountain Dew. But in doing so, they may have gone too far and pushed the limits of what was okay. Parents got the message. Mountain Dew would turn their kids into skateboard-loving video game addicts, while Surge would make them go crazy. Reports started pouring in from schools across the country. Kids were drinking Surge and acting like little maniacs. It's not clear if the drink itself caused the behavior or if it was just imitating Surge's crazy ads, but angry parents didn't care about the details. They thought Surge was making their kids nuts and demanded its removal from school vending machines. Even though Mountain Dew stayed, many schools banned Surge. They treated it like it was alcohol, not just soda. Bringing Surge to school could lead to punishment. But what these parents and schools didn't realize was that Mountain Dew actually had more caffeine than Surge. It was like they fell for Surge's chaotic ads and went after it, ignoring the real facts. Despite the criticism, or maybe because of it, Surge had a strong start in 1997. Coke sold 69 million cases of Surge, which was far less than Mountain Dew's 605 million cases, but it was a step towards making Surge a real competitor. However, its success didn't last long. Surge managed to bring down Mountain Dew's market share from 80% to 66%. Sergio Zyman, Coca-Cola's chief marketing officer, played a big role in this early success. He was known for his bold and unconventional approach to advertising. Despite being behind the flop of New Coke, he was seen as a rebel in the industry. About a year after Surge's launch, Zyman left Coca-Cola for reasons that aren't clear. His departure left a gap, and Surge suffered. Charles S. Frenette took over, aiming to bring Coca-Cola back to its previous marketing style. But he struggled with the youth-focused market that Surge targeted. Under Frenette's leadership in 1998, Surge's sales dropped by nearly 25% year over year. Back in 1999, Surge faced a major setback as its sales took a steep nosedive to less than 52 million cases. This marked a significant drop of over 17 million cases from what it had achieved in 1997. While this was happening, its competitor Mountain Dew was seeing a rise in its sales. This trend continued into the next year, with Surge's sales dropping even further, going below half of what they were in 1998. Fredette, who assumed the leadership role, attempted to reshape Surge's image among parents, hoping for a change in its fortunes. Unfortunately, these efforts didn't yield the desired results, and Surge struggled to bounce back. By 2003, Coca-Cola made the difficult decision to discontinue Surge production altogether. It joined the ranks of other discontinued soft drinks like 7-Up Gold or Pepsi Blue Ocean, leaving behind a legacy that was cherished by many. However, nearly a decade later, Coca-Cola decided to revamp Mello Yello's appeal. The company aimed to make it cool again by connecting it to the world of racing. This involved a partnership with the National Hot Rod Association and the distribution of free cans to enthusiastic fans. Despite these efforts, Mello Yello couldn't surpass the enduring popularity of Mountain Dew. In the case of Surge, a question emerged. Could it make a comeback similar to Gandalf's resurrection and once again claim the title of Coca-Cola's Mountain Dew killer? Since Surge's disappearance, online communities have been fervently urging Coca-Cola to bring it back. Yet as of now, Surge remains a cherished memory for those who held a special place for it in their hearts. During its absence, supporters of Surge rallied online to express their affection for the discontinued beverage. Their dedicated efforts were so impactful that they successfully crowdfunded $4,000 to secure a billboard situated near Coca-Cola's headquarters in Atlanta. The billboard's message playfully conveyed that since they couldn't buy Surge, they invested in the billboard instead, suggesting a humorous alternative. Coca-Cola took note of this message and responded. Following its initial discontinuation, Surge received a triumphant return in 2014, largely due to the persistent pressure from online communities. This exciting announcement was made on Facebook and garnered over 3,000 likes along with 700 comments. People celebrated the news online, likening the digital festivities to a scene of joyous ticker tape falling in imaginary digital cities. For its second comeback, Coca-Cola opted to sell Surge exclusively through Amazon for $14, enabling anyone to easily purchase a dozen 16-ounce cans directly. This time, the obstacle of parents or school administrators restricting access was removed, allowing fans to indulge in their love for the soda freely. People were incredibly excited about Surge's return. When the first batch hit the shelves, it sold out within just 2 hours. Coca-Cola restocked, but the same thing happened again. It sold out the very same day. However, this comeback was short-lived. Before long, Surge disappeared from the market once more, leaving fans disappointed the next few years. During its absence, some opportunistic sellers took advantage of the situation. They jacked up the prices of Surge to outrageous levels. All the while, rumors were swirling about Surge's potential return. Then in 2018, Surge made a triumphant return in an unexpected place: Burger King. Through an exclusive deal, you could find Surge and Coca-Cola's Freestyle soda machines across the United States. And if that wasn't enough, Burger King even introduced a special limited-time Surge slushie, playing on the theme, "It's good to be king." However, as with all good things, this Surge revival eventually came to an end. It vanished once more, leaving fans wondering if they'd ever get another taste. But for those who just can't wait for Surge to make a comeback, there's a glimmer of hope. Remember Urge, Surge's predecessor from Norway? Well, it never left the market, and it's still available. Though it might not be exactly the same as Surge, with a slightly different look and recipe, it's a close alternative. If you're really craving that Surge experience, Urge might just be your best bet. So until Coca-Cola decides to bring back our beloved Shrek blood in a can, you'll have to satisfy your cravings with the urge to enjoy Urge. Which soft drink did you like the most? Let us know your thoughts in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and let us know what other food-related topics you would like us to cover. Thanks for watching.